everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm very excited because I will be going over some of my favorite spooky reads for October slash the Halloween season in general. So yeah, very excited. I have a good mix of books here for everyone. So I have some YA, some adult, some horror. So stick around if you're a fan of any of those things, but I really wanted to make sure that I had something in here for everybody and it wasn't kind of the same genre. So with that ramble all done with, let's get started. So the first book I have here for you is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. Now, Holly Black is mostly known for her Cruel Prince trilogy. I think that's where she really gained a lot of popularity. This book came out a long time before that though. I think it came out in 2013. Yeah, 2013. I read this when it came out. This is the first edition, and so I don't really remember a bunch of it, I'll be honest with you. I know that it's about this girl named Tana who lives in this place called Cold Town, which is filled with a bunch of monsters, and then one day she wakes up and her ex-boyfriend has been infected. I took them to be like infected as in like vampire infection, so like a vampire's bitten him and he's about to turn into a vampire, but there's definitely a bunch of other monsters involved as well. Like I said though, I don't remember a lot from it, but what I do remember is like the delicious creepy vibes it gives off. Like this book is like perfect creepy, think like walking in a fog on like cobblestone streets type of creepy, like creepy goodness. And I'm so mad we never got a continuation to this because it's like it was just perfect. It's young adult, so it was good for when I read it, but I would definitely still enjoy it now. Not too horror, but not too kind of kid-like, I guess. A perfect blend of, creepy, but like not gonna give you nightmares, So yeah, highly recommend this if that's your vibe. If you love Holly Black's writing too, her writing is exceptional in this from what I remember. Alright, so next up we have City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. Now, Victoria Schwab is one of my favorite authors. You might know her from Vicious, A Darker Shade of Magic, more recently The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but this is her middle grade series, which details the life of this girl whose parents are like the hosts of this kind of like ghost hunting show. I don't know if you used to watch those on TV, where like you had like a host who would go to different cities and talk about like the ghost stories of those cities. Anyways, her parents do that, which means she travels around with them, kind of going on these ghost adventures. This first book takes place in Edinburgh, and then there's a second one that's in Paris, and then the third one I think comes out in March, I'm pretty sure March, called Bridge of Souls, and that's going to be the conclusion of the trilogy. But let me tell you a bit about City of Ghosts first. So City of Ghosts follows Cass, and like I said, her parents are kind of paranormal investigators. Cass almost drowned a period of time before the book starts, and because of this experience, that means that she can move between the veil between like the human world and the spirit world. So Cass does this freely. Her best friend is also a ghost. He's kind of like the sidekick character in these novels, and this book kind of details her learning more about her ability and other people like her and getting into a bunch of mischief in Edinburgh. Like I said, it is middle grade, so it's perfect if you're a younger reader. Even as an older reader though, this came out I think 2 years ago, I still really enjoyed it. It's perfect if you're busy with midterms and things like that in October because it gives off the fun spooky vibes, but it's a really, really short read, and so is the second one. So yes, really enjoyed this. Perfect if you're a younger reader or if you're just really not into spooky season. If you want something short, highly recommend. Next up, we have something a little bit different, and that is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. And so, yes, it is a little different because this is a horror novel, not really meant for youngsters. It's a zombie book that details the life of our zombie R here, who falls in love with a human named Julie. This book I really enjoyed it because I don't like horror. I don't like anything horror-like, but I could get through this because it's really a comedy. in a lot of ways. So like the funniness distracts from the gore and everything else going on. So if you're that type of person, perfect book for you. Also, again, short, so if October's a busy time for you, very easy to get through. Yeah, great comedy. I love the setting. It's kind of really contained and not like crazy zombie apocalypse style, which I also enjoyed. It also has a movie, which is how, actually I saw the movie first and then I read the book. But that's where these two characters are from. The movie's really good too. Highly recommend that as well. So if you're into like the more horror kind of side of things, but still want a kind of comedic tone, this is the book for you. Alright, so the next book I'm going to show you is Now Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia, who also wrote Eliza and Her Monsters. This is a young adult novel that deals with the ghosts and spirits realm of Halloween-y things. And it's about this girl named Zora who is from Adamsville, and she can see the ghosts that populate the town. There's a bunch of them there. It's a really old town, and she's kind of an outcast because of this. People don't know about her abilities, but they can kind of tell that she isn't quote-unquote normal. And kind of the book starts off when one of the ghosts starts causing problems, and Zora has to figure out how to deal with them while also juggling the whole small town, and she's an outcast kind of mentality that everyone else has. So really fun book. It's a longer one. It's kind of really much more adventure filled than some of the others I've shown you, so if you're into that, I would highly recommend that you pick this up. What else can I say about it? There's a really great cast, actually. I really like the cast of characters. Zora's the main protagonist, but everyone else really kind of joins in and is super fun to read about. It's definitely not as scary as some of the other books on this list, so if you're not into that, definitely pick this up. Alright, so last but certainly not least, we have my favorite book of the bunch, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, which is the ultimate spooky book slash Halloween book slash one of the best books of all time, in my opinion. I love this book so much. So yes, Ninth House deals with a girl named Alex Stern, who has had a really tough life. She, you know, I think she dropped out of school, had a lot of dead-end jobs, and then when she is 20 years old, she unfortunately is witness to a horrible homicide. But when she's in the hospital, a representative from Yale comes knocking at her door and offers her a position at the school, free, you know, complete full ride, if she will join one of the secret societies at Yale. And it kind of deals with those secret societies, Alex's experiences with like the occult and dark magic and like a bunch of other spooky things that I don't want to spoil because it's so good just like reading this, not really knowing much. Like I said, I love this novel, but it is definitely an adult novel, not for anyone under 18. 18 is really like the lower end of the limit. It deals with very mature themes, so you know, if you're a young one, this isn't the book for you. You will get to enjoy it when you turn 18. But I adore it. It has such great spooky vibes and like Halloween vibes, but it also deals with, like I said, mature subject matter in a really good way, like a very thoughtful way. The cast of characters is fantastic. I love all of them. Every single one of them I want to like hold, which is dumb to say also because they're like very scary, but still. So yes, Ninth House, adore it. You must pick it up at some point in your life. It is the first in a series, I think a 5-book series, maybe 6, but the others haven't come out yet. I am anxiously awaiting them, but for now I will get to reread this and rejoice in the spooky vibes and everything else that I love about it. Alright everyone, so that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed my list of Halloween-y recommendations. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Halloween season and Halloween night, no matter how it plays out. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye!